Nice to see you all this YouTube video regarding some important topics. Here somebody asked some more questions. The first one is, what about the Easter? We know this is the Easter season. We are all celebrating all over the world about the very important festival of the Christians, Easter. But some of the persons asked me some questions about the Easters. Is there Easter mentioned in the Bible? I want to tell you some more things. For this New Testament church, we don't have any festivals mentioned for the New Testament church. Before the New Testament church, that is in the Old Testament, they have more than 7 festivals per year. They have so many festivals for the Jews. They're celebrating so many festivals. But for the New Testament church, God doesn't promise any festival as well as the Christmas or the Easter. Today we are going to, we don't want to talk about the Christmas today, but we are going to talk about the Easter. Is Easter mentioned in the Bible? One more thing I want to say, Easter, which was first celebrated in our church history. If you go back, you can see the history. The Easter was celebrated in the year of 376 AD, that is after the region of Constantine, the Roman Empire. Before that, there is no Easter in the church history. In our Bible, the last book was written by Apostle John, the Revelation. Up to Revelation, it was wrote in the year of before 90 to 93 AD. But for the first century, we don't have any festivals was mentioned by apostles or disciples in the book. More than 22 books we have written by the Paul in New Testament church, but we don't have any evidences he celebrated any festival during that period. Before his crucifixion was in up to AD 65 somewhere. Before that, we don't have any festivals in the church. After that, 90 AD, John wrote about the Revelation. In that also, he didn't mention any festivals about the Revelation. Easter. One more thing. Then, when will we got that Easter in the church? The Easter was firstly celebrated in the church in the 376 AD. Why it was celebrated in the church? Then one more question I want to ask you. Why they celebrated the Easter? Past the 3rd century of the church history, most of the Greeks and the Romans converted into Christians because Constantine accepted Jesus Christ as a savior. Then Christianity changed into the government religion. That they are going to rule. They are ruling the Christian government. So many of the persons are converted into Christians. They came to the church, but they don't have any festivals. But the Greeks and the Romans, they are celebrating so many festivals in their religion. When they converted to Christianity and come back to the church, but there is no festivals for them. So they, in some months or some weeks, they are getting backsliding because of these festivals. So the church leaders trying to convey them, to keep them into the church. So they started the new ideas, how to keep them, how to stuck them in the church. So they formed new things, new rules. That is, one is that Easter, which was in church history, we can see in the 376 AD only, the Easter was firstly celebrated in the church. Then what is Easter? From where they are adopted this one? For this question, I want to tell you, Easter was the festival of Assyrians, that their goddesses, the god of fertility called as an Ishtar, the Assyrian. In the book of the sacred book of the Assyrians called the book of Gilgamesh, the hero of the Assyrians in the ancient times. In that book, they mention about this Ishtar, who was allowed the Gilgamesh to ask him to marry, but Gilgamesh denied his wishes because Gilgamesh know the goddesses Ishtar, whoever she loves, she will kill them. That one of the person who she killed was Tammuz. It was mentioned in the book of Ezekiel 8th chapter. The son of Semiramis and the son of Ishtar, the lover of Ishtar. Then Gilgamesh denied his wishes. So that Ishtar, goddess Ishtar, his son Tammuz, as well as his husband, he was died in the 40th year when he was went into some hunting purposes. On the time, but 40 days only, he became very sad and asked everybody to be murmuring for him for 40 days. That is we call this today's as a Lent days, and that 40th day is called as an Istar. She told that Semiramis, that is Istar, told that after the 40th day, the Tammuz will reborn from the egg like a chicks, like egg from the egg. So now also they are keeping their Easter eggs in their houses for the Easter purposes. We don't have any evidences about this Easter eggs or Easter about the Easter in the Bible. So this and all, these things, this Easter and Easter eggs, everything or the traditional purposes, we don't have any evidences in the Bible. One more thing I want to make a conclusion, and I want to conclude this interview also. This Easter, which was fully based on the Assyrian goddesses. So there is no any other connections between Christianity and the resurrection of the Jesus, because the Easter name was the Greek name, which was Easter. Sorry, Easter is the name of the word of Greek word, and the meaning of that word is Passover. But for the Jesus Christ is not a Passover; he resurrects from the death. So it's entirely different. That Easter is not the resurrection of the Jesus Christ. So there is no any connection between the Easter and the church and church history. So according to Bible as well as the God's will, the Easter, the church won't celebrate the Easter, it won't our festival also. Finally, I want to say wishes to this OABC college, because you are doing the noble work. You are making so many persons for the servants of God. My wish as well as my small suggestion for you, don't make Christians, don't make servants of God, just make them disciples. God asks everyone to become as a disciple only. Then that disciples will make so many disciples. So this is our purpose, our motto, to make the disciples, to change them from salvation. We want to change them into disciples. So I bless you, and I bless this OABC. And if you want to come over up to the Lord's rapture, up to the Lord's coming, you want to do this God's work, please take care, make disciples to all over the world and send them to preach the gospel. Thank you, and God bless you.